Hey everybody, Jeff here, and welcome back to Dishonored 2. So we just met up with our old buddy, the Outsider. We got some fancy new powers, and I believe we should be waking up and reaching our destination pretty soon. So let's see, Chapter 2. Meet with Megan Foster and discuss a plan of action before taking the skiff to Karnaka. I can do that.
When I was 10 years old, bored with my lessons, I dreamed about sword fighting and sailing the ocean. Now I'm realizing that the world is stranger than I ever imagined. Everything I know has been turned on its head, but I'm dealing with it the best I can. When you look at the great jeweled map at Dunwall Tower, Karnaka is the southernmost port in the Empire. A fat, red ruby. That's how I always thought of it. Up close,
Fat and hard?
the city smells like the ocean and strange spices. Up close, it's a tangled story of blood and ambition.
Oh, those look like fun.
Megan Foster is a stranger, but there's something that makes me want to trust her, despite her guarded disposition. She got me out of Dunwall, and I need answers. Delilah and the Duke made me look like a murderer, using the Crown Killer to butcher my political adversaries. They took what was mine, and I'm gonna get it back.
I'm gonna get it back hard. Gonna get it so back. Okay, here we go. Now waking up for real. Megan, do you know how to make pancakes? Just so you know, I always have pancakes in Dunwall Tower when I wake up. That's like my royal breakfast. So, let's see. Is there anything to collect in here? We've got... Oh, that's the boat. Oh, okay, so I think like we can find pickups and things and collect them here to decorate our little place. Let's see here. Travel log. Oh, I think this is like the story refresher in case you take a break and you forget what you're doing. Let's see. I guess I should check it out. New Year. We're starting a new year. Maybe 1852 will be less boring than 1851. I can't wait for Wyman to get back to Dunwall. We'll go to the abandoned mansion I discovered the other night at the edge of the Rudshore, maybe. At the edge of Rudshore. Maybe I'll have time to turn it into a scary haunted house beforehand, using sheets and hiding in old audiographs upstairs. Wyman would love that. We'll get spooked and hold hands, screaming and laughing. That's adorable. That's just weirdly adorable. Come on, Emily, you promised to be more serious and listen in court, and you're already planning your next escape. Let's start this diary again. Proposals for a new decree on whale oil rationing and distribution. ... The anniversary, that time of year again, the anniversary of my mother's death. There's no real time for reflection, though. It's all security protocols, menus, guest lists. I was gonna say quest lists. Does she have, like, is questing just part of the royal day-to-day life? Guest lists, and it's impossible to slip out at night. I feel like a caged bird. They've already got me memorizing this year's speech. It's endless. What would it be so terrible if I just said what I remember about her? That wink she gave me. God, I hate the writing they do in this. That wink she gave me even as she was scolding me after I was caught climbing the statue of my grandfather. The sound of her footsteps as she paced at night. The time we shared a cabin on a boat trip to Driscoll. Or the time she agreed to let Corvo teach me to fish, but then had to pull a hook from my arm. Ooh. Now that would be a speech. Dishonored. My father is lost, turned to stone by Delilah. Those words don't even seem real. Witchcraft, something I never would have believed possible. Okay, so Corvo definitely did not fill her in on what he was capable of or what he did. All the specifics of it. But now I have to believe in it, so I can believe that it can be undone. Delilah claims to be my aunt, the rightful heir. Truth or lies? All I know is that she used magic to take my throne, aided by that weasel Duke Abel. They must have been working on their plan for years, buying disloyalty. I mean, they could... Delilah was put in a painting 15 years ago, though. How did she get out? Buying disloyalty with promises. Even Ramsay, captain of the City Watch, planting in everyone's mind the idea that my father and I could be responsible for those monstrous killings, that one or both of us were the Crown Killer. I'm not in a trusting mood, but Megan Foster says she knows Anton Sokolov, our old royal physician, and she helped me escape the coup. So she's all I have right now. We're sailing for Serkonos. My Dunwall, my home, is no longer safe for me. But I never really was safe. I never really will be. The sooner I get that through my skull, the better. The Void. This time it wasn't a dream. I've read about the Void and the Outsider, imagined them. Now I've seen those wonders for myself. Strange doesn't begin to cover it. The Outsider has terrible eyes, black on black. He offered me something. I know these gifts come with a price, but how could I refuse? Not really. Not much of a price, except that, you know, we need to be on the lookout for mana constantly. This power might give me the edge I need to defeat Delilah and Duke Abel. I'll worry about paying the cost later. And what price will I pay for his other gift? My mother's beloved voice, trapped in the strangest contraption. It is both comforting and chilling to be able to talk to her again. And yet it's not entirely the person I knew anymore. This thing, the heart, it's there and not there. I have to focus in a new way to even see it. Oh, that's right, other people can't see it. So that's why we can take it out and use it on people and they don't react to, you know, squeezing a heart in their face. We've arrived at the southernmost tip of the Empire. Strange fragrances all around. Salt, fish, spice. I don't know how to blend in here. I don't know what to eat or where to go. I mean, if you find hot dogs, you're probably okay. But this is where my father was born. Some part of me belongs here too. And these are my people. Or they were until my throne was stolen by Delilah. I'm coming for you, Delilah, with my new powers. All I need now is a plan. Okay, so we're in Karnaca to find a plan, I guess. Okay, I don't see anything else to take. Nope, not a note. Okay. That's a note. Limited resources. It's not what you're used to living in the palace, but this is all the coin I could scrape up. Anton and I operated on a tight budget, and guess what? Now you do too. If it's not beneath you, pick up whatever valuables you find along your way. We'll need ammo and resources to take down the people behind the coup. Hidden all over the city, there are underground black market shops. Look for a symbol depicting two hands, which means there's a shop nearby. Follow the signs, they'll guide you. Buying from the black market is against the law, but it could make the difference against the Duke's military. Sokolov is working on this crossbow as a gift for you. If you need it modified, those shops can help with that as well. Megan. Oh, how sweet of them. That thing looks mean. That is much meaner looking than Corvo's crossbow was. Or Dowd's wrist darts. Alright. Let's see. Maintenance list. Repair the things that got busted up in Anton's room when he was taken. It's been weeks now. No, scratch that. Not until I bring him back home. As a show of faith that he will be coming back. Unblock the storage door. It looks like something fell on the other side, and I really need to sell this stuff locked up in there to make some coin. Pay the port tax and the look the other way fees to those Grand Guard bastards before they wonder who my passenger is this time. I'll do it when I get the money. Sounds like Megan's got some stuff she's got to take care of. The duties of a captain.
Old man, this is some shit. Back to that city.
Where's this go? Oh, is this the thing that's blocked that we need to fix? Okay, it looks like there's a window, so we can get in that way, maybe?
The dude's probably not back from Dunwall yet. If we're lucky, the Howlers will be You're up.
I am up. Who are you talking to?
I'll tell you what I know.
When I'm ready? Okay. Well, I'm gonna look around a little bit more first. We got here. Oh, bananas. Oh, look at all the food. Nom nom nom. I could eat it, but I just got up and I really want those pancakes, so. That's the storage door. A lot of empty bottles. Oh, you know what? I should, this needs to be up here. There we go. So what are we working with here? We've got a rune. Is it just that one rune? Okay.
We've been en route for 2 weeks. I hope Sokolov is all right.
Damn.
Wherever
We've been in this boat a while. Okay. Let's see. I see some bolts. Thank you.
Always tinkering, painting, or living life with gusto. That's Sokolov.
Always vicing things. He loved to vice, and he loved his vices. Oh, this must be Sokolov's room. Oh. God, those things look mean. Hold on a minute. Okay, that's a little better. I can see them a little bit more clearly now. Ugh, I can't remember what these things are called, but they do not look... It's like if a hummingbird got mixed with a wasp. Ugh.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty?
You must, yes.
I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Crystal years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters.
Yeah, that...
I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father.
He was there that day, wasn't he?
I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait.
Oh.
What's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov.
The Crown Killer?
Somewhere more private.
Okay, so we caught the Crown Killer's voice, apparently. Sokolov notes, bloodfly study. I've wondered whether I have another book in me. The bloodfly epidemic, coupled with basic information on life cycle and behavior, might make an excellent project for this old natural philosopher. Bloodflies are exotic insects, unlike anything else found in Serkonos. I suspect they originated on the Pandician continent. Yeah, well, that's our first mention of Pandisia, right? Based on what we know about it, they look like something that would come from there. Because that place seems to breed monstrosities. In groups of 3 or fewer, they are harmless. Individuals won't attack, leading me to speculate that each emits a scent that has a collective effect on larger numbers of bloodflies. Bloodflies are attracted to rapid movement and sound. Their nests can be broken apart, scattering the swarm, and in particular, the nests are quite susceptible to fire. Well, what isn't susceptible to fire? Most things. The insects require fresh corpses to lay their eggs, which hatch in breathtaking fashion after a very short time. More corpses in a Serkonan city, say during a crisis or a plague, mean more bloodflies. Interestingly, in the last part of a bloodfly's life cycle, they calm a great deal. Leaving the swarm, they molt, causing the wings to drop off. Afterward, each bloodfly lives a solitary existence. Very odd. Bloodflies are largely restricted to the south, preferring warmer climates, like certain aging natural philosophers. Hopefully that's the only thing that you have in common with them, Sokolov. A reflection on my journey to the Pandician continent. Did we read this one? A colleague of mine owns a stunning map of the known world, adorned with curlicues and sea beasts. It has a cherished spot over her mantle. She paid handsomely for it, and was so bristled when I enumerated the various errors. Chief among them, of course, the size and placement of the Pandician continent. Oh, how cartographers are loath to show how small and distant our empire really is compared to that giant landmass. As if Pandisia were but a few days' journey from Iran. Every veteran ship captain knows that it takes months to reach those shores. I had no doubt that Pandisia was rich in resources, but a place must be understood if we ever hope to exploit its myriad treasures. These were my thoughts as I agreed to join the ill-fated expedition, and so it was, on the 3rd day of the month of Earth, under calm gray skies, the great sea vessel Antonia Aquilo set sail with captain, crew, researchers, and myself. 38 of us total, for what would be the most terrifying and spiritually draining experience of my life, and almost all of them would end up dying. What was it, bugs that got most of them originally?
I'll always miss my lessons with Anton Sokolov.
Something like...
He made so many clever devices during my mother's time.
Fish that jump up on the ships, whatever, and sting them and they died. Sokolov's investigation notes. Why can't an old man enjoy his last years in a warmer climate, with good wines and spicy foods, without stumbling into another nest of aristocratic vipers eager to coil around the heart of this empire? As I've learned more, each week for months now, I've found my mind turning over the movements beneath the surface here in Karnaca. Duke Luca Abel and some inner circle that even seems to include Captain Mortimer Ramsey of the Dunwall City Watch. A betrayal that boggles the mind. How many others are involved? They aim their venom at our dear Empress, young Emily, that much is certain. But will they strike? But when will they strike, and how? Do I dare spend another month gathering stray bits of esoteric information, linking it together with what we already know? Can we even afford another week, or should Megan and I set out for Bristol tonight, taking this leaky tub up through the canal? Corvo will not hesitate. He will act as soon as I hand over what I know, and if I'm too hasty, it might be his undoing, coming home to his native Serkonos without some critical piece of knowledge about this affair. And then there's the Crown Killer to worry about. If that fiend is part of Duke Luca Abel's schemes, as I suspect, how long until the dreadful whale catches the Duke's eye? Not much longer, apparently. Okay. I can see that there's a thing to pick up in here. You got anything to say about?
Into the harsh world.
Nope. Okay.
You are alone.
I will leave.
Few allies.
I can see that there's a pickup in there. There's something to grab, but we're gonna leave that alone for now. What do you have to say about Megan?
Karnaca looks pretty from a distance, but it's a city on the way to the secret, and the blood flies are bad this year.
Megan, I need you to stop talking. I'm trying to listen to the heart.
Megan Foster. She wasn't always a ship captain.
Yeah.
It was years ago. The two were inseparable. There was no food, but there was love.
Oh.
Those brief days on the street with her childhood friend. The happiest time she's known.
Well, I'm sad that her happiest times are over. Anything in here? Card table. Bottle. Oh. Blood of the Abel House. This chapter will focus on Adithia Abel, steward of Calero. With sword in hand, she swept the marshes of raiders, sacrificing her life for Serkonos. We will provide newly uncovered insights into the exploits of Rabinos Abel, who built the ornate wooden bridges of Sagunto. Follow along as we map out the expansions occurring under the Abels, through which trade routes to the other isles were established, bringing riches to the nation-state. Even as waves of settlers continued to join Serkonos from Morley, the Abels balanced growth against Serkonan culture. In later chapters, we will detail the times of Theodanis Abel, true son of Serkonos. Brave and benevolent, he united east and west as no other before him. Even the rowdy people of Bastilion swore loyalty to him. One isle, one Serkonos, united under House Abel. Lastly, we will settle on Luca Abel, who rules today, partaking in feasts and merriments of all kind, bringing joy to our fair isle. And also treachery and, general political dicketry. So maybe let's not praise him too much, huh? History book that's apparently being written about people while they're still alive. God, that is way too bright. Ow. Can we close this, please? The Shindere Gift, a study by Amora Clipswitch. On the effect of winds on the Karnacan landmass and the resulting economic positions. Whale oil, liquid power, how astonishing that within those beasts, inside the oil harvested along with their flesh, was enough power to see the isles through these tumultuous years. And it all seemed limitless, but now the lights begin to dim. Our fisher folk say the great beasts are increasingly rare. Well, yeah, that's what happened when you hunt them all to extinction. Not all places will suffer this loss equally, fellow natural philosophers. Karnaca has a unique feature, the cleft in Shindere Peak, through which winds are channeled and amplified. As whale oil begins to run short, with costs of finding the remaining leviathans escalating beyond the worth of the oil itself, Karnaca will find itself ascendant among the isles. So they're using wind power? I mean, it's definitely better than whale power. Oh, was there... Oh, it's just a bottle. Okay. Can I get down there? Nope, that's locked. Alright, well, what we better do actually is talk to Megan real quick.
All right. You've explained part of it. But what were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaka, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn Corvo.
There are reports about tensions rising, corruption, street violence. I didn't give it much mind. Usually the local authorities resolve that sort of thing.
Is she talking about in
And the Duke
Karnaka?
has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as
By the way,
I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermeyer. All right. I'll get inside. The Crown Killer has to be eliminated, and if the alchemist will cooperate, maybe I can learn something about what happened to Sokolov. Wish me luck.
If you need my luck, Sokolov's as good as dead.
You saying you have bad
When
luck?
you get done at the Institute to
You
save
seem
the
to have survived
Watchtower.
quite a bit.
Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
Yeah, there's another pretty famous actress right there. Can you tell who it is? All right, let's see here. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna... I might sneeze? Mortimer... Okay, this is our
Ramsey.
crime wall. This is
The
our
Duke
conspiracy
couldn't have
wall.
pulled off the coup without someone inside the City Watch.
By the way, I had said that Ramsey was voiced by somebody famous. I just couldn't remember who. It's Sam Rockwell. This game has an amazing cast. What was Mortimer Ramsey doing in Karnaka? Yeah, how did he get roped into all of this? Being all the way up in Dunwall. It's at least 2 weeks away. Duke Luca
I
Abel.
know Duke Luca Abel, but Corvo served under Luca's father and said Theodanus was a good man. Delilah. My aunt, if that's really true. She has a twisted way of looking at the world.
Still has a thing for flowers, it looks like. Crown Killer strikes again! Oh wait, did I... Yes, we read that one. Okay. Newspaper clipping.
This Dr. Hypatia. She seems to represent the good that's possible within the Empire.
No one should perish in the mines. That's true, they shouldn't. Wanted.
So the Crown Killer was a tool
Only
of the
15,000?
Duke's
I mean,
coup.
that's more than I've ever had in
The
these games,
murders
so...
had a calculated effect.
Oh, Sokolov.
Sokolov seems so much older now.
I mean, he didn't seem like a, you know, a young buck in the first game. Addermeyer solution. So this is what we have instead of, in the first game we had Sokolov's elixir and Piero's tonic or whatever it was. There we go, finally. It's the worst when you know it's coming and it just won't. We don't have Piero's remedy in this anymore. We have Addermeyer's solution. This is our mana restoring potion, whatever. Let's see. So, and this is our map where we'll be spending the game, Karnaka. I really like this city. It's a lot of fun. Dunwall is very cool, the way they presented it in the first game. This one feels much more like an actual city as opposed to like neighborhoods that you're just dropped into. Because each level in the first game was very much its own thing. This one, though, like you can see different areas from other places and things like that. It feels much more connected.
It looks like the overland route to the Addermeyer Institute goes through the carriage station.
Carriage station, okay. Okay, so we've had a briefing. Nope, it's just weirdly glowy. Okay, so the Dreadful Whale is kind of like a hub for us in this game. We come back here pretty regularly. Things move kind of slow while we're here because there's a lot to explore and like kind of get into and lots of nooks and crannies. Once we're out in the actual world though, things move a bit quicker, but I do realize like I'm probably going to make this episode go a little long. I'm going to apologize if not a lot gets done gameplay wise while I look around. I do apologize for that, but there's just so much here and most of it's useful. So let's see, here we go. Okay. Now we're in that room. Let's take a look. I'll take that. And, oh, copper wire. Oh, she was going to sell all this, wasn't she? Oops. Well, it's mine now. Anything else in here? And the thing is, like, you can't assume that just because you've explored the Dreadful Whale once, like, okay, you're good, you don't need to do it between next time you come back. The place updates, things change. There's stuff that wasn't there before, later on, and stuff that was there that goes away. So, it's important to, like, really take it all in. A reflection on my journey to the Pandician continent 3. What happened to Volume 2? I like how he was like, oh, no, he was talking about the Bloodflies when he was talking about getting one more book out. And I was like, he's up to 3 installments here. By Anton Sokolov, Chapter 15. At dawn, I set out with the group that forged east and included 2 other natural philosophers and 4 crewmen. We used blades to clear the vegetation that grew thickly here and slowly made our way away from the shore up a steep incline. Our purpose was to gather samples of the native plants for our research journals. I found myself pressing leaves and excuse me. Pressing leaves and stems. Oh god, I lost my spot. Pressing leaves and stems between pages and taking copious notes on several species of flora I surmised no human had ever set eyes on previously. When suddenly young Mr. Gravitt from the academy began hopping about and screaming wildly. Chance had bade him pick an unfortunate place to step. Aggressive ant-like creatures swarmed him from below. So many in number were his tiny attackers that we quickly lost sight of him under their onslaught. We finally managed to pull Gravitt from the insects, acquiring several painful welts where we had come to his aid. Mr. Gravitt, however, was bitten, or stung, as I would eventually discover, so many times he was barely recognizable. Swollen unto deformity over every inch of his person, moaning like a sick bull, he expired before we could carry him back to the beach. Luckily, some of the creatures still clung to him, providing me with precious samples. What good fortune! Oh, Sokolov. Okay. Get rid of that. There we go. Problem 1 solved. What other, okay, so let's see. Show history. Okay, we got that one. So, locate the black market shop. There's still a... Oh, what did the thing say? What did the... Oh, it's gone. Shoot. Okay. Whatever. Doesn't matter. There's still the matter of the rune somewhere that we gotta find. And it seems like it's down. Let's go... Well, I found the shitter. Yay me. Was it really just Megan and Sokolov on this whole ship? I feel like it would take more people to crew this. Trying to fix the secondary engine. Anton, your idea of improving the head gasket sealing with a guano coating is the worst you've ever had. I'll make you sleep in the engine room if you don't fix your mess by tomorrow. Megan, if all inventors were as delicate and short-tempered as you are, you and I would still be paddling around in carved-out logs. Paddling, sorry. Megan, I made some mulberry cake. It's my own recipe, improved by Tivian spices. I left it in the galley. Anton, where are you, you old fool? I hope no one hurt you. I'll find you, I swear. I miss you. Oh. Did they just leave notes to each other around? That's cute.
Those around you cannot see me. I am here and not here.
So they just saw her go like this? Or is her hand like down at her side as far as they're concerned? Nothing there. Okay. I'll let you live now, rats. since you're not, you know, plague vectors anymore. Good God, the engine on this thing. I mean, it looks super cool, but how this... I I imagine if I showed this to an actual person who, like, knew about engines and stuff, they'd just be like, oh God, what a nightmare. Alright, well that seems like everything that we can see down below. Means it's time to head up above. And hopefully some of those doors are unblocked this time around. Yeah. Ooh, pretty. I'm gonna wait to see if we can get a higher up view before we go out there, though. Good God. How do you drive this thing? Especially with it sparking at you. That doesn't seem safe. Oh, look, they've got, like, the speaky tubes. I love that. I'll take that. Is that a note? Or, I don't know. Something. Is this Megan's bed? Dreadful Whale Accounting. 6th songs, out 32 coins, docking and late fee, M. Tallinger. 8th songs, out 25 coin, ferry cargo, night, Piccolo and Tate. 8th songs, out 50 coins, crust removal on Hull shipyard. 9th songs, out 20 coins, new sextant, Carberry estate establishment. 10th songs, out 5 coins, gave out coins, Mudlarks. 10th songs, out 25 coins, chicken, potatoes, oil, market. 12th songs, out 10 coins, Anton's seasick pills, apothecary on Swain. God, they're just hemorrhaging money. Have they brought anything in? 13th songs, out 25 coins, matches, length of rope, Traders Co. 16th songs, out 40 coins, night ferry of cargo, Piccolo and Tate. 17th song, in 6 coins, yay, sold rockfish, fishmonger Rawl. 19th songs, out 12 coins, well, shit, there goes that. Barrels of oil, slime removal, shipyard, ugh, slime. 21st songs, out 20 coins, mutton, carrot, potatoes, market. Yeah, they are spending a lot of money.
Dunwall seems so far away. I'll come back soon, Father. I promise.
Like, it's there. And they must have gone... one way or another. They had to go all the way around the continent to Karnaca down here. I wonder which... I like that they actually included, like, shipping routes, so you can kind of see. I wonder if they went east or west. That is, not a pleasant-looking fellow. Then again, with the art style in these games, there aren't a lot of pleasant-looking people. And this is Karnaca, everybody. God, look at it. So, like, all of the areas we are going to be in the game are set in various parts of this city, and we can see all of it from here. There's Addermeyer Institute. I think... oh, damn it, more whales. I think that's the Rich District, or can we pull up our map? Oops. I have no maps. Why don't I have a map of the area?
The jewel of the South. My father's birthplace.
Wind power, the future. Fancy. God, I love this city. It looks so cool. Okay, but we have more looting to do. Let's see. I don't think I can get up there. I like the music too. Like, this is like the start of an adventure music. Hey Megan, hold on. New travel log entry. Investigating Addermeyer Institute. This boat captain, Megan Foster. She helped me escape the coup, but she's giving me the side eye when she thinks I'm not looking. She's all I've got for the moment, though. Though soon, I hope Anton Sokolov will be joining us. My old teacher. Keenest intellect in the Empire. Filthy mouth. Gone and got himself abducted. Megan says he was last seen being dragged toward Addermeyer Institute by the Crown Killer, which makes no sense to me unless the killer is a patient there. Maybe he needs medicine or something? But how can a deranged patient be working for the Duke and Delilah? Addermeyer's chief alchemist might know, Alexandria Hypatia. She's been running this place for years. She's famous for curing the miners' diseases. If she knows anything, I'll make her talk. I mean, we'll be polite about it. We will ask respectfully. We will not resort to torturing an innocent doctor, presumably innocent. We're not, I mean, Corvo taught us better. I don't think Corvo, well, no, he did kind of torture Sokolov with some rats. That scared him, really, most, what the hell? Just scared him with the rats a little bit. Flammable, that's what we're gonna want to keep a lookout for. High-proof liquor. I bet that was Sokolov's. Let's see. Part 4. Where is part 2? Chapter 16. 2 dead on our first day on the continent, but the new world was not sated and would have one more. None other than the captain himself. His group had found a cluster of small rodents, much like rabbits or prairie moles. The lure of fresh meat proved too much a temptation for our good captain, who had dined on scant fish and the same rations as the crew all these dreary months. He was able to grab one of the creatures with his bare hands, but the docile beasts were not so tame after all. Having allowed the captain to pick it up, the creature became enraged and delivered several stings from a gland hidden in its tail. The captain complained of heat and itching where the stings had penetrated, but insisted they press on. He died of asphyxiation within a quarter hour. It was suddenly obvious to me that at this rate of attrition, we would not only fail to sufficiently research the continent, but we might soon lack enough crew to make the return voyage. Something had to be done to save the venture, and so I immediately declared myself captain. On my orders, the remaining crew kept to the relative safety of the beach for the duration of the week. Though I sent 2 young academy students armed with nets and cages to fetch a live sample of the prairie mole that had so swiftly killed the captain. Though I sent 2 young academy students armed with nets and cages to fetch a live sample. As first and foremost, ours was a research expedition. Yep. Can't let the loss of life get in the way of learning. You guys, Aperture Science would have appreciated you guys. Okay, that must be how... That leads right down into Sokolov's room. So that's how the Crown Killer got in. I think... Wait a minute. Where's our... Oh. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Okay. And I can see the fish. Alright, you ready to get bit? Oh god, what is it? It's a boat. It's a boat. It's a very dark boat. I'll take it. Time to go, time to go. Birds, save me from the fish, please. That's right, we got some runes too, didn't we? From the Outsider when we were in the Void. Alright, well, you know what? It's time to call this episode here, so we'll check out the... Next time around, we'll head into Karnaca. We'll see about our rune and our power situation. We'll do all of that. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. I hope you guys are having fun. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will catch you on the flip-flop.